Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at Traders Post for December 17th, 2025. We're getting close to Christmas, folks. Hope you got your presents bought. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike Miracle on Wall Street Christensen, co-founder and CSO of Traders Post. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as Traders Post, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, Traders Post has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Well, the market has given us the gift of volatility.
It's
choppiness in a range.
It's been a wild ride. Well, we did break out of this little downtrend on the 2-hour chart. We found some support here at 25,400. So it looks like we're trying to break away from this range here and maybe come back and retest the 25,600 or 25,650 level, which was previously resistance. Let's see where we go from here. But I'm with you. This has been what looks like a classic fib retrace. If I just trace this on the 2-hour chart, we'll go... yeah, it was about a 50% move. So we tested 25,106, closed above. That would be a 50% fib retracement. And we could extend from here. So I'm feeling a little bullish today. How about you, Tom?
Well, just like yesterday, I felt like the markets are going to slant up and to the right. And, choppiness, because we're between two, we're between the midnight VWAP and the weekly VWAP. And so chop, chop, chop. But with a bias towards the upside, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
The level yesterday of 25,450 that I was aiming for got near missed on the 6th, basically yesterday at the close. And then, let me show it here. Where was it? Yeah, so over here, the this blue level was the level I was targeting yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just near missed it over here at the close, and then we got it on the overnight. And so we'll see. We're smack dab in the middle of this 25.8, and on the low side, there is another range below us here. I don't have it on my chart. I'll pull it up later. But my price is still towards the upside.
What's that range below that you have?
This purple one is 25 even.
Got it. Okay. Got it. That would be... I've got that as S2. So yeah, that would mean that we break my current support of 25.4 and head down to 25 even. That makes sense. Morning, Jarmo. Morning, Aventura. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is that because we are, if this was going to be a lower high and we were going to continue this downtrend, I would have expected us to turn at 25,452, this level over here, but we went over it and now we're sort of confirming it on the other side. That's why my bias is towards the upside, but we'll see what happens today. We are in very tight resistance bands for gamma at the moment before the open. Anything can happen with 0DTEs, but as it is right now, I can expect another day of choppiness, and then the real move happens in the overnight.
Fair.
My Bitcoin Traders Post strategy just regained all the 1,000 that I lost last week. Very happy about that.
All right.
Chucking its way back up. My slower strategy never lost any money, but it's like the slow and steady turtle. It's like so boring. But when it takes a trade, it wins. But it takes a trade like once every 4 days or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, can you please just get on with it or something? It's nice that it's just constantly accumulating. Bitcoin for me, just to, I don't know if I show this chart often enough, but I always compare Bitcoin to the dollar. And so I've been saying we have about 14 days left for Bitcoin to regain bullish trend. Unless if it doesn't, then for me, I'm calling a bear market for Bitcoin for the next 6 months to a year, and the dollar has 14 days in order to move back into bearish trend in order to support asset markets. So we'll see what happens there. We did go from we moved into neutral for both of them, so that's like moving in the right direction. But 14 days is my aim here, so we'll see.
Well, interesting. I mean, I see it currently in a drawdown of 30% from peak, and it looks like it had hit that oversold territory around November 24th and started to pick up some momentum since then. But we'll see. I mean, it's looking weak. We've got some moving averages confirming some closes below these moving averages. We really need to reclaim that that $90,000 level in order to see continued upside from here. Otherwise, it looks like we're going to probably come back and retest 75. What are your thoughts?
Well, if you want some hopium here, this is a post from Julian Battel, who's not a perma bull, but like people go to him for from the Real Vision crew. And he shares this chart here of this is the behavior of Bitcoin after it hits RSI oversold, and that we can expect to move up. So people love that. I don't know. I feel this is a little bit of a chart crime sort of situation. You can always find a chart that makes Bitcoin looks fantastic.
Sure.
Me, I just follow my rules. If I'm below the yearly volume weighted moving average, I'm bearish. If I'm above it, I'm bullish. I'm not trying to be a hero here.
Yeah, just put it on the monthly time frame with log pricing enabled since 2012, and it's going to look real bullish for you. So that's a good reason to stay in right there.
Exactly. Gold is just doing. I mean, it pulled back this morning, but I thought it was weird because the dollar bounced, and then gold was up to like 43.78. I thought it was going to hit all-time highs. Silver too is doing a good job here. So I was going.
Gold keeps testing that 4,400 level though. It's been doing that for 4 days now, and it doesn't seem to want to break 4,400.
But the more it tests, doesn't it mean the more likely it is to break through?
Yes, I'd put a little more weight to the bullish side, but that doesn't mean that sellers can't step in and push it back down. So more likely, but by what degree? I guess that's the question.
Right. I was going over the Michael Howell from Cross Border Capital interview with what's his name, David Lin, the guy from who used to be from Kitco, and it was great. He gave a bunch of information about liquidity and what kind of cycle we're in right now. Always take what people say with a grain of salt. But he made the case that look, we're seeing what's going on with. If you take a look at what the yuan is doing versus gold, then we're seeing that there's accumulation of gold that's happening throughout the world. There's a devaluing of currencies and a pinning of interest rates because people are scared of inflation. And if that's the case, commodities is what you want to be in now. Long gold, long silver, and then watch this rise. So I would not be surprised to see gold just absolutely gold crushed the S&P this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see it crush next year again. There's also this chart of that he was passing around of what is the average gain of per year for the stock market for every year for presidency of a president. And the first year is around 10 to 12%, which is what we're in right now. The second year for a president is often less than 1%, on average less than 1% gain. And if that's what we're gearing up for here, then expect a choppiness all through 2026. No huge moves except for these defensive assets like Bitcoin and gold and stuff like that.
Understood. All right.
Sounds fun. And then the bond market obviously is being very bondy. Is there what is it? The best is going to be not only is because they started this whole thing of refinancing the debt at with the short end of the bond curve, so 2-year bills or whatever, and which is crazy. And so now they have to refinance even faster, and the whole world has to do it. So it's something like trillions of dollars they have to refinance. That liquidity that's going to be, well, depending on how you see it, added to the market or removed from the market soon. So it's like we're in a completely crazy new regime. Like none of the old textbooks matter. You were saying yesterday the Shiller P is at what 40
something. It's over 40 now. Yeah.
So it's like there's no reason why couldn't it double? It could just completely go crazy.
It's just never been that high. The highest it's ever been was 44 in 2000, right at the .com boom, right. The peak of the .com boom, and it's never gone beyond that. I mean, 40 times price to earnings is already very elevated. So it would be surprising to see it double even higher than that.
Right.
The most extreme we've ever seen before.
Well, markets are open. 9:30 a.m. U.S. session has started. We've pulled back to the midnight VWAP. Is this a long, or do we avoid the beginning of the Hunger Games and go into the woods? I'm going into the woods. I'm going to wait.
Yeah, I'm just watching this initial candle here from the open. A little bit of bearish pullback. Came back to retest some of the electronic hours support. Give it a few minutes here as usual. I'm also trying not to get distracted by a new shiny toy that I have. So I've got Bookmap open and running here. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on what price action is telling me here.
Okay, what is Spot Gamma telling us today?
A lot of resistance at 440.
Whoa, we're in positive gamma territory. So expect market makers to sell into strength and buy into weakness. Chop, chop, chop.
Nice bounce here off of the point of control at 414.
I mean, this is a classic long for me. I'm just not interested in beating in it right now.
Yeah, like I said, there's going to be some resistance there at 440, and there it is.
Do we have a gap today? No.
There was a small gap, 40 basis points. So let me pull my gap indicator on here. We have a small gap to fill.
Okay. Yeah, barely anything. All right.
These are some pretty big wicks. I'm not ready to jump in just yet. I'm going to wait my 3 minutes as usual, or my 6 minutes, excuse me. Do you guys see anything out there in the chat?
Not looking good to me.
440, 455, both are pretty heavy resistance areas.
I think this is the first time I've ever traded intraday in December. I usually avoid this month altogether, like the plague.
Altogether? Interesting.
Yeah. Weird things happen in low liquidity. Even options, you get chewed out. Your options you just theta burn the whole thing. No point.
VIX is still at 16 too, so we're not exactly in like super volatile area.
Yeah. So I was curious. I was, for fun, doing technical analysis on equity curves.
Of course you were.
Different strategies. And I noticed this thing that if you keep track of what the equity curve would be if you took all those trades and then only took the trades when there was a breakout in the equity curve, it made like a better scalping strategy because it would wait until you would have that drawdown and then go in. Have you ever heard of this before, where people do technical analysis on equity curves?
I have. I briefly covered some kind of research paper on trading equity curves, and there was, I think the author's main point was around it being a self-fulfilling prophecy. You just simply go heavier when you're doing better. You're talking about trading your own equity curve, right?
Well, I make a strategy. I see what the backtest shows what the equity curve would be. Then I only take the trades when the equity curve is breaking out to a new high. Like, because they go into these runs. You've actually brought this up. It goes up and then comes down and goes up and goes down in this stair-step manner. Right. And if you just take the trades on the breakouts, then you only have, in a sense, winning trades. I mean, it didn't work as smoothly as what I'm describing it as, but it was pretty interesting that it got me out of a bunch of drawdown. So I'm looking to try that out, but it seems sort of crazy to do, because then what stops you from doing the technical analysis on that derivative.
Right.
Just keep doing it. There's no end to that game.
Yeah, it just didn't. It never felt like an actual market signal to me. It feels more like a little bit of an echo.
Right. Actually, that's a good way of putting it. Echo.
Hey, we got some new visitors here. What's the view for the day? We're kind of bullish. I'm expecting this gap to close here first, so I've got a small scalp on first. We'll see how well that does. It looks like the offer's getting lifted by some buyers here, so I might get stopped out. But if we pull back and start to close below VWAP and reject this level here at 25,400, it could be pretty bearish today.
Well, I am bullish on Bitcoin in the short term because we are full into Reversal Monday's gone. For me, Reversal Monday is extends until Tuesday at noon, and I'm seeing prices rising from there. So as long as we don't make a new low, I'm expecting to get to 91,000, whatever, 92,000 on Bitcoin for my Rocket Sunday strategy to work out. I wouldn't even be surprised to see Bitcoin at 99,000 or 100,000 this month. I know that sounds crazy. Tom, 100,000 on Bitcoin? Yes, it could happen. And I would still be bearish because it has to.
All right, that's the full gap close here from the open.
So we're off to the races now. Now you can do your scalping.
Yeah, well, I already did the scalp. It's closed out. 1 for 1 now. So it's starting to look much more bearish. We've now pulled outside of that original regression trend and below S1. So I'm going to give it, let's call it 200 points.
Short from here, this is where I would go long. I always find that funny when Mike and I would take the exact same trade in the opposite direction.
Because you'd be long from here. We're testing the weekly VWAP right now, but we got a nice clean close below VWAP. I'm going to wait 44 seconds, though, for the candle to close. I'm seeing some buy pressure on the order book as well, but it looks like the buyers are losing the battle.
Did the option space move? No, we're still in positive territory. Positive gamma. Ooh, I do not like positive gamma at all. We'd have to break 6,900 on the S&P to move back into negative gamma, and we'd have to break 6660 on the downside to move into negative gamma on that side. So we need some healthy move if it's going to like break out into a trend.
Gotcha.
According to the option space.
Right.
Like drop, I like that. Mikey's like drops. Great.
All right. Everybody's looking good.
Can you explain gold? Well, gold's an easy one to explain. Long-term trends on gold are determined by central bank buying. They do it in order to either shore up the currency or to weaken it or strengthen it, depending on how they use it. But central banks are the ones who buy gold en masse. And so China is doing massive gold buying. They've been doing it for about a year now. Russia was doing it too, and so gold's going to keep going up. Also, with the idea that because the Chinese have to devalue the yuan, it's too strong, so they have to do that, and the United States are gonna have to do that too. Like, we don't want to. I see myself as an American here.
You're on your way, right, Tom?
Oh, exactly. I couldn't give up my Canadian citizenship fast enough. I'll tell you that. Yeah, the U.S. dollar wants to go down. Like, they all want it to go down. So that's going to be bullish for gold too. Plus, if we're going into an inflationary regime, which is what the central bankers are saying they're worried about, then that's also bullish for gold. Tom, has BTC hit the cycle high yet, or will it go higher? This is the big debate. Does in the regime change, does Bitcoin act as a defensive asset and go up as a flight to safety, or does it behave as a risk asset and go down when beta goes down? currently, as long as we're below 98,000 and we're not above there, I'd say Bitcoin has topped for the cycle. But I think it's a strong possibility that within the next 12 months, within 8 to 12 months, Bitcoin goes back into bullish trend and starts to skyrocket. I got to do an analysis with what Bitcoin did with inflation, because it went up during inflation, right? In 2022, I think it did.
Yeah, it actually kind of defied some of the expectations on the asset.
Yeah. Look at that. Did you end up in that short?
Yep.
Nice.
Up $100 so far, just waiting for the next candle close here. And I might add to my position.
Short just got activated for Ventura. Excellent.
Awesome. Looks like my stop was too close. I'm probably going to get stopped out too early here because there's a bit of a rebound.
Off the weekly, yeah.
Yep.
Your weekly is only calculated. Your weekly VWAP is calculated using the overnight or just the sessions?
It is using the sessions. That's a good question. But I always look at two views, as you know. So I have the weekly VWAP on the electronic session on the 15-minute chart as well.
Got it.
So I'm kind of vacillating between the two.
Oof. The midnight VWAP strategy indicator is... I never know what to make of this. It was full on bullish last night, which was totally true. And now it's ripping right through there. That is a big...
Trying to figure out what this support is right here at 300.
At 300. That is yesterday's VWAP close.
Yeah, it's true. I see that too.
Oh, and we reverse right at long-term trend. Oh my God. So we are going down. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, looking at the higher time frame here, we're starting to break that regression trend. We're pushing farther away from that S1 band. It's looking a lot more bearish now. That said, I need to stay in control here of potentially exiting right at break even.
Well, if the option space has anything to say about it, market makers should start buying here in order to reduce volatility. Market makers want your options to expire worthless, folks. That's what they want.
All right, we've got CBD dropping and dropping.
Is that bearish?
That's bearish. Yeah, that means that there's more sell side aggression than buy side aggression at the moment. Working in tandem with price. We kind of treat that the same way we do with trend on price. We want to see lower lows and lower highs.
Ventura, when you say your trailing stop is activated, does that mean that now the trade is closed out, or that the stop is
on after the fact?
Oh, I cannot trade in this. This is not
really. This is looking like a nice strong short.
Really?
4 bars closed below VWAP now. Nice trend downward.
But we're like oversold on the 1, the 5, the 15. Although we are crossing down on the 2, so yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't have oversold just yet on the 5. We're almost there.
The RSI. I know you.
Oh, RSI.
I know you and everyone else who's come on Price Action Live has poo-pooed my RSI.
I'm not a huge fan of RSI. I find the MACD to be far more reliable, and mainly because it's volatility normalized.
Well, anything that gets me out of trading is profitable. And it prevents me from pressing the button.
Oof, man, this is always a frustrating short to be in when it looks like it's going to reverse here.
right at the start of the 50-minute candle. Ooh.
Right. And it's starting to look like it's going to stop me out right at break even.
Yeah, I think that's likely.
Not a fan. Not a fan. All right, I'll go ahead and pull it. Let's wait for a bounce.
All right, 15 minutes. It's going to give up the coast. Oh my God.
I might have gotten scared out of that. Yeah.
I don't know. I never know what happens in this first minute of this candle.
Yeah, this is an example of what I keep trying to say about holding on to good trends. Yeah, if you just can't, you can't pull the plug too early. Well, I don't like that. Do I mind getting back in here?
There we go. All right, first minute is done.
First minute of the 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's looking a lot more bearish now. What a bummer. I was well positioned on that too.
Ooh boy, look at that.
So I'm back in another leg. We're up a couple hundred so far, but it's frustrating because I had double the size that I had before at a better price. So I'll pick up some profit on this trade. I'm just not happy about it.
I have a heuristic that if I can be talked out of a trade, I should not have been in it, even if it was a good trade afterwards.
You want your conviction to be that high?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
otherwise, I should just randomly have a bird press this button.
All right, 250 looks like an important level. Trying to eat through some of the orders there on the buy side.
Oh my God! If it breaks here, next stop is 25.1. Jesus. What is that? That is 140 points down. Wow.
I'll take it if we can get there.
Yeah. Come on, market makers. Switch to negative gamma. Give Mike the best Christmas gift in the world.
Max profit on all my accounts. That would be
constantly.
And it looks like we're coming back to retest 287.
Right.
That retest to 287 looks like another spot to add to my position, though. May not get there, though.
If you hover your finger over the button right before you're about to do the trade, you can move the market. Did you know that?
I can move the market with my mind.
There's a threshold to activate the trailing stop loss. Okay, get it. Market moves so slow in December. Yeah, lower volume. People are away on the beach somewhere.
All right, let's try it. Went ahead and added one more leg. We'll take the risk today.
In positive gamma territory. That is
one stop down. Unbelievable. Oh, that buying momentum was way bigger than I expected.
Yeah, ours. Well,
it's like the moment I think my stops are far enough away,
That's right.
I get hunted.
Yeah.
So I've got the other one. The second leg that I just opened has a stop over here at 341. I see some resistance along the way, but I'm starting to think this might be a retrace to VWAP and maybe a potential bounce from there.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a bullish bias. So if you had been in the trade that you regretted being out of, you'd still
Probably
be
would have
back up
stopped out
to
by now too.
Yeah.
The trailing stops, unfortunately, especially with volatility this high, I mean, it's not terribly high, but 34 is enough to where 2 candles can stop me out.
Yeah.
If they're bullish enough.
Here we go. If it's going to turn, it's going to be right around here. Let's
Seems
see.
that way.
Don't break 317. Stay below. You made your high candle. It's over. Come back down.
Give it about 47 seconds here, and I'll try to look to add another leg again.
Really?
I mean, it's still a
positive gamma. We're in positive gamma, though.
I'm looking at price action.
Right. I get it.
Several clean closes below, nice trend below VWAP, VWAP pressuring down. And even just looking at the order book, there's still a decent amount of sell side pressure.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it definitely looks that way. That's what worries me.
There's a decent amount of orders at 320, 337 as well, which is right at session VWAP. On the sell side, resting orders. This level right here, though, is fairly important. We've been testing this for a little while now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I didn't even need to turn it on. We can see that point of control is at 321, and I can see the orders on the order book at that point too.
Bitcoin just jumped up. Wow.
Really?
Whoa, 88. Yes, it's just I mean, I'm on the 5 minutes, so it looks bigger than it is, but
gold's still pushing up. Yeah, Bitcoin's up a percentage point.
Rocket Sunday strategy. That's what it's all about.
So apparently it's supposed to be so windy here in Colorado in the next couple days that our energy company has been warning that if the winds get too high, they're going to have to shut off power for everybody.
What?
Yeah, we're preparing for power outages here in Colorado.
Does that happen like every year sort of thing?
No, this rarely happens.
Oh.
But winds are supposed to be so strong that they're concerned about outages that are out of their control.
Dang. I thought that was just a Montreal thing because we do nothing in our province to stop it. Even though every year we have 5 to 6 outages, we do nothing unless you're in a rich neighborhood. If you're in a rich neighborhood, they bury the power lines underground.
Yeah, most of them should be underground. I was a little confused when I saw the update. I'm like, how many power lines are above ground? I don't even understand how this is a risk.
Yeah. But if they put it below ground everywhere, then there would be no reason to move to the rich neighborhoods. So I get it. They have to keep it this way. Look at that. 90,000, 89,000 on Bitcoin. Keep on going, buddy.
Yeah, apparently Wednesday here, 85-mile-an-hour wind gusts are possible, and they bring a high fire danger to Denver in the I-25 corridor, and they expect power outages at some point today. So if I disappear, it's not because, the market makers have found me and are taking me down.
He's too good. We gotta get him out. Gotta Nancy Kerrigan him right away. Wait, I-25 corridor. That's a street?
That's our freeway here. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Do it. Get it. Get it.
That's fallen while Bitcoin's going up. I would not have thought.
I like this break. We need one more push down, probably to 208. Yeah, I see some resting orders at 240 and 200. I'm hoping for a push down to 200.
Yeah, 200 is now the mitigated VWAP level, so
yeah,
very likely get there.
I don't like this consolidation right here. It's got me nervous, but I think I might even add one more time here if we pull back up to 308.
Mike, and you're adding. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Cojones, baby.
Yeah, brass ones, man. Jesus.
The question is, where would you add to your trade? And for me, if there's a solid regression trend to the downside, I want to add right in that zone where we're pulling back up, right in this spot right here. And that's right up against the point of control as well.
I just never add to my position unless I am up massively. Then I'll take some juice at the end. Hey, let me get a few extra pennies here. I just can't bring myself to do it, because if the price moves back, then I lose even faster than I was before. But then I don't adjust my stop loss. I leave my stop loss where it's going to be. I don't adjust it. And I just want that whole range to be in it.
Right. I get that.
It's a completely different style. But I just don't have the stomach for it.
I don't mind it. Oh, shit. I hit max loss on that account.
Damn.
The other one's still open? No. The Apex is open? All right, the Apexes are still open, so I'm still good for now, but no, I'm starting to hit some max losses. Dang it! All right, might have gotten oversized on that one, right up against VWAP, and of course the buyers want it, so let's get the hell out.
Yeah, with this, what's going on with? Is there news? I don't understand. Is there news here?
I don't know. A little frustrated though. That was a hit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, a little more than I would have wanted to lose today. Now, the frustrating part, Tom, is that I'm right about this trend. It's going to turn around right now.
You mean to the downside?
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I don't see it. Like this, to me, this divergence between the Bitcoin and the NASDAQ is what I would expect to see with the option space, because the option space does not move Bitcoin. So I expect the market makers to bring the price back to 25.5 and then just keep rinsing and repeating sideways all day.
I love this. Aventura says Wednesday, as in WIND. Yeah, well, the wind blew right into my stop losses. How fantastic!
I'm up $18 on the day. Am I up at all? I'm right there with you, Adventure. I'm up $14 on my account. And 187 on the other one. Okay. All right. Well, Mike, you want to call it a day here?
Yeah, that was a tough one. Everything was right on that one, except for price not going the way I wanted it to.
I get it. All right, folks, we're going to be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here with us. We do love trading with you guys in the chat. And when you guys let us know the trades you're in, it's fun. It's a great community we're starting to build up over here. We're going to be also here tomorrow at 3 p.m. for Blueprint, where we're going to be touching more on the linear regression strategy that we're building for Mike and team.
Awesome.
All right, guys. We'll leave that there for now, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Happy trading.
All right, guys. Cheers.